Hello, hello. This is Samara, your feminist alchemist, and welcome to your North Node overview reading for 2024. You should be watching this on my new channel that's associated with the main channel, Feminist Alchemist. This channel is called North Node Alchemy, and here is where you will find all North Node videos from me from this yearly reading to everything I am doing throughout the year. A quick note that all of my North Node readings from here on out until further notice will be timeless readings, and you'll be able to find them on this channel as well. So I'm recording one intro for all of the signs. Welcome if this is your first time to one of my readings, and welcome back if you are returning. The messages I got for 2024, they're all also reflected in how I've chosen to set up, or how I was guided rather, to set up the table, my area for this reading. And the message I got was that 2024 is going to be about living from your heart, a heart-led existence. And in some of us, this triggers some type of reaction of, oh, geez, I've heard that so many times before. And what does that really mean? And how is that a really practical way of living? But that idea will keep being repeated until we slow down and really define what that means for ourselves. What does it mean to lead from my heart space, to lead from my intuition? They say you are here for a purpose. You are who you are as you are for a purpose. And when things feel out of alignment with you, or feels like it's not a good fit for you, it's very likely because that's true. Society has taught us that strength is pushing through difficulties and discomfort. And this is partially true, but the universe adds, if you're going to exercise strength in this way, let it be in your consistent efforts to align with your authentic self, to expand, to express your soul through your physical vessel. So for that reason, I will introduce you to what is on the table. We have back in this corner, we have some clear quartz, which was put there for co-creation and manifestation power. Carnelian for the sacral chakra, creativity, enjoyment of life. We have some amethyst in this back corner here, which represent the violet flame, clearing away anything that impedes your connection to your higher self. And then right in the middle here, we have a rose quartz for self-love and dedication to self. And then I was guided to use the color white to represent a clean slate, blank canvas that we will be painting on through the year of 2024. And speaking of which, I was prompted to make my own 2024 sign to somehow infuse this reading with my own creativity because, this is what my intuition and my guides have shown me about 2024, painting onto this blank slate, writing on the wall, and that question of what, with this blank slate, what are you going to create in your life? And are you willing to use your strength in pursuit of your vision rather than using it to tolerate situations and relationships that don't support nor care about your growth, evolution, and well-being? So let's jump to a little animation now. I'm just going to quickly run through my spread for the North Node, which I've been using since I started doing these readings. So in the first location, we have the universal energies, those big energies that are at play for you to access at this time. Then we have in the second spot, your 5D energy, future self, higher self, In the third position, we have the 3D, what is going on in your physical reality that is showing up as opportunities for healing and expansion. And then in the fourth position, we ask, how can we bridge the 3D with the 5D? How can we bridge where we are to where our higher self is beckoning us to be? In the next position, the fifth position, this is like kind of a wild card position. I pick a topic for each reading. It could be past life, it could be karma, it could be quantum, multidimensionality, etc., etc. This time around, we're going to choose a card to represent the main theme of each season, of each each quarter of 2024. And then we have your final oracles in the middle. And that is that in a nutshell. I invite you now to stick around for your reading. I'm going to light these candles and get started. See you there. Enjoy. Hello, Virgo North Node. Welcome to your 2024 overview. Let's jump right into your universal energies and see what is at play for you in 2024. What big overarching energies and themes will be running through your year. I'll just get all four cards before I read into them. Am I taking all three? Interesting. Oh, okay. So it's an interesting day today, Virgo North Node, because this is the second time I'm recording your reading. The first one, my mic died completely, so everything from your video onwards was blank. And yeah, so I'm doing this again, and it's also a day that during a time where I have a lot happening, and this somehow has a significance to you as well, which is why they're prompting me to say it. But let's look at your opening cards. We have doves, and we'll see how that ties into it. So your first card is doves. I'm going to fix this light. One moment. Okay, I prefer that one. So yes, your first card is doves, card 27, which adds up to 9. Card 44, birth of angels. Then we have, let's check this one again. Card number 3, awakening. And card number 2, encoded. So what I see for you in 2024, Virgo North Node, is a with doves, they're monogamist, as far as I remember. So they couple up, and male and female. This is pointing to the balancing of aspects within yourself as well. Coming to peace within yourself, being at peace with yourself is on offer for you in 2024. And in that coming to peace, to be at peace with yourself, you also have the potential then for your friend circle, the people that you associate with, for that to change in correspondence to sorry, one second.
Yes, in correspondence to your internal world changing. So, and this can also affect the projects that you birth at that in 2024. They will have high potential, the more balance that you are able to achieve within yourself. We have awakening and encoded. I feel with these two cards together that you're awakening to a power that is already inside of you, that has always been inside of you. And you will be prompted to, you'll have signs and synchronicities and situations in life pushing you towards rediscovering parts of yourself that had been laying dormant, or that have not been active for a long time, or you have yet discovered within yourself. Let's see what your 5D self, future self, higher self has to say about the matter.
Discover your destiny. Dive into the details of your North Node placement with a free tip sheet, or purchase your North Node workbook at feministalchemist.com.
We have freedom, card 21. Allowance, card 9. This one at the bottom wants to come out. Joy, 28. Reflection, 33. Union, 44. And freedom again, twice. You have freedom. So, yeah, I don't remember why this deck has. So this is two decks mixed together, which is why it's so big. But one of the decks does have the card 21 twice. Yeah, so you have freedom twice. So yeah, freedom is obviously a big theme for you, Virgo North Node. And your higher self, future self, is prompting you to, I'll read the freedom card. The energy of freedom supports our sense of limitless possibility and potential, boundless expression, and bold exploration. I feel that you're being encouraged to really explore all of the, I'm just going to hold them both together. You're being encouraged to explore all of the impulses, creativity, because remember, we are focusing, there is a big focus on the sacral chakra. As the message, the opening message, if you watched it, said. You're being encouraged to really explore all of your creative urges, and not just creative in the artistic sense, but things that you want to create in your physical reality. And all of the ways that you want to express yourself in your physical reality. This energy of card number 9, allowance, is saying, let yourself discover yourself and be yourself without prejudging or filtering yourself. Obviously, we all have filters for, you want to be diplomatic, or you are aware of what a certain social situation requires. But this is deeper than that. This is about being yourself in all situations, even if you temper, let's say, whether or not, like they're giving, for example, whether or not you curse or swear in someone's company. Now, in your friend circle, that may be fine. At work, maybe not so fine. That's different. You can say the same thing. You can still say what you truly want to say. and temper it for different people with the message being the same. But the point is, I'll read what the card says. The frequency of allowance invites us to be open to whatever comes our way without judgment, without opinion, without fear, and without resistance. When we allow, the universe becomes our partner in the wondrous dance of existence and expansion. So what I'm getting there as well is that it has more to do with an internal resonance than external, although you will, the internal and the external are working together in tandem, feeding off of each other. So your internal world is reflected in your external world, and you're being encouraged to measure what actions, what you should allow in your life by how much joy it gives you. 28 adding up to 10, there's going to be some significant endings. And they will end because they just don't bring you joy, which is a signifier from your soul that this is not right for you. And because the things that are encoded in your DNA, the aspects of you that want to come out, they need room. So there's going to be some cleaning up of your life, or you're being encouraged by your higher and future self to clean up your life of things that are not resonating with joy within you. There is also a call for you to find joy within yourself as opposed to seeking it outwardly. With reflection, you're being called to look back at where you have sacrificed your joy. Number one, to learn lessons about how to to learn lessons about yourself, because you're going to discover what it is that you held back and how that made you feel, which means that you will be encouraged to move forward, excuse me, with boundaries in place so that you can be that expansive self and not be restricted. And you'll understand that living out certain aspects of your personality, of your spirit, of your innate wisdom. They're also saying you have innate wisdom. You have an inner knowing that needs to live and be witnessed by others. Firstly, yourself, because I feel, Virgo North Node, that you haven't had many environments where your natural talents, your innate self has been welcome and embraced. So you'll be reflecting on that. You are asked to reflect on that. To learn from it, number one, and to identify what it is that you want to keep, what you want to revisit. But there is a reminder that you cannot, this is why they wanted me to tell you that I had to re-record this. You cannot return to a past moment in time. You cannot recapture. You can recapture maybe the essence. So you can take a seed of it and plant it, and no two plants grow exactly alike, even if they're the same plant, right? Even if they're the same species. So be wary of trying to recreate the past. Take what you need to take from it, but be open, allow it to be new and to grow and be something, and to have something added to it, a new dimension, a new texture, a new depth added to it, to enrich your experience. You have this number 44 again, which Birth of Angels was number 44. Union, the energy of union activates our ability to unite the outer and inner aspects toward a state of wholeness. And doves, you also have that energy of being at peace with yourself. And here's the awakening card. So you're going to be awakening in 2024 to I just feel a huge expansive energy where this gaining an understanding of yourself is really going to open up this passion inside of you and an excitement inside of you if you allow it to happen without judgment, right? If you give it room to breathe, you are to come into union with your higher timeline, with your future self. That discrepancy between your current self or your past self. They didn't want me to say current because it's like the transformation has already begun. But I feel you on in the gray zone, in the corridor, if you will. And there is a temptation in the corridor to get frustrated, to get impatient, to feel doubtful. But there's going to be some necessary discomfort because you'll also be unifying with aspects of yourself that, shadow aspects, and you'll have to learn how to temper them or how to embrace them in a way that serves you. And that is where the freedom comes when you are in this awareness, ascension, awareness that the aspects of yourself, certain aspects of yourself, yes, can be used for, let's say, lower vibrational purposes. But if you are curious about yourself and non-judgmental of yourself, you can pick out that which serves you best and leave the rest, let's not say dormant, but aside. For example, they're saying like if you have a bad temper, it can be a negative thing if you blow up at everybody, but it can be a necessary, I don't want to say a bad temper, a strong temper. If you blow up at everybody, it's a problem. If you see injustice or you stand up to a bully or defend someone, then it's not a problem, right? So but if you go through life with people saying, oh, you have such a crappy temper, you blow up, you need to temper that, you may end up being docile when the situation does not require you to be docile. So there's that awareness that every tool, every aspect of yourself that you have within you can be utilized in a way that serves you or in a constructive or a destructive way. Let's see what's happening in your 3D reality that is showing up as opportunities for expansion. We have the Four of Pentacles, the Five of Swords, the Moon, and the Two of Pentacles in reverse. At the bottom of the deck, you have the Nine of Cups. So what is showing up for you? There's going to be situations showing up for you in 2024 where you have to be conscientious about where you're putting your energy and your resources, the resources of your time, your attention, your money, your skills. I feel that you're going to become aware of situations where you are undervalued, dynamics where you are not getting back what you put in. I'm kind of reading this all together at the moment because it seems to be there's going to be situations illuminated for you in 2024 where the give and take is just not equal and where people's intentions towards you come to light. Five of Swords, a risk not worth taking, a gamble, people with ill intentions. And I feel that you're just going to come into this awareness. It's just going to become clear. And not because anything in the situation changed, but because your perspective is getting higher. And when you see people from a higher perspective, and when you've come into balance with yourself and seek and expect and demand that people treat you in balance as well, that you're not trying to earn there, that came up. Trying to recapture moment in time, proving yourself when it mustn't be other people's insecurities. So that was notes that came up during your pre-shuffle. You're going to realize that people are putting demands on you because of their own emotional, their jealousy, their insecurity, their self-serving, whatever it may be. But notice that you have freedom twice. So you have a lot of energy behind you, guides, support behind you to free yourself from these situations where you're not flourishing. The moon card is telling me, yeah, it's going to be a deep emotional things are going to come up in your emotional body. You're just going to feel it. You're just going to know it. And you'll feel differently about these situations. You'll feel differently about these people. And you will be able to reflect back on any patterns that this has. You see, they're pointing me to the owl that's up in the corner. You'll be able to reflect back on any patterns that have been reoccurring in your life. And the Two of Pentacles in reverse, yeah, it's that constant back and forth, juggling, lack of balance between the things that you do because you feel you have to do them or you're obligated to do them, and the things you do because you want to do them and you're inspired to do them. So the imbalance in your relationships and the imbalance within yourself in terms of what your dedication to joy, your dedication to your own wish fulfillment, and to your own wishing, your own act of wishing, that those imbalances are going to really start to show themselves. So, and just remember that they're showing themselves to you so that you can actively choose yourself. And actively choose yourself, actively choose your own wishes, be confident in who you are and what you have to offer, and say, no, that's not good enough for me. Okay, Virgo North Node. Let's also see. I already gave you a bit of advice, unsolicited. No, let's see what your advice is for bridging the 3D and the 5D. Bridging the 3D and the 5D for Virgo North Node. We have the King of Cups. The Lovers in reverse. This on the bottom. We have the Empress in reverse. Something flipped over in there. No. And Knight of Cups in reverse. Interesting. I don't want to say a lot of cups, there's only two, but it feels very emotional for me, especially. And then you have the Seven of Wands upright at the bottom of the deck. So your advice is to prioritize how you feel and to take your emotions as real cues as to whether or not a situation is right for you and whether or not people are telling you the truth or telling you the whole truth. If something feels off, something's off. You don't have to go around accusing everybody, right? But be mindful that something is off for you. This could also be, even if someone doesn't have, let's say, the illest of intentions towards you, it still may not be right for you, right? Because once you come into understanding who you are, how you function, and what works for you, right? You'll be less capable of changing that for anyone or tempering that for anyone for the sake of anyone else's comfort or for the sake of getting along with them or the sake of being in a relationship with them. And it's just a natural progression that when you are more in tune with yourself, that people, places, and things that are not aligned with that are going to fall away. The Lovers in reverse, for me, in this position here, I had to tune in for a second there. So prioritizing yourself, self-love, where are you giving yourself away in your relationships? Where are you sacrificing your joy for relationships? This already came up. You are just getting a reconfirmation that is a big theme for you in 2024. Where are you accepting disharmony? Where are you accepting internal disharmony, or where are you entertaining disharmony in order to keep people happy, in order to maintain a status quo? I'm not seeing in order to maintain like financial stability, although you do have a couple pentacles sitting here. But this feels very much like some type of resistance to creating what you truly desire. But it's coming from an internal place, an internal resistance that you will be encouraged to investigate in 2024. The Empress in reverse by the moon, clarifying the moon here. Really be aware of people who take more than they give. Take, take, because I feel that the Empress is, if it's upright, has this nurturing quality as well, especially with this globe here. And when I see it in reverse, I'm feeling that doing things for the wrong reasons, right? And doing things at the expense of other people. They want to, you are advised to keep in mind that standing up for yourself, prioritizing yourself, does not mean that you become, they're giving me the word succubus, that you don't become the perpetrator of one that uses other people. Like, this is simply about guarding your energy. And then we have the Knight of Cups in reverse. Give me a second there. Beware of closing off your heart to others, even though, because new people will come in. But I do sense that there's, once you are, all of these cards, like you have 3 cards here that are basically pointing to self-love, disappointment, getting over disappointment, possibly being in a codependent kind of state, depending on others for your sense of self-worth. All of that are things that you need to be aware of in 2024. Where they sit in your energy body, where they sit in your behaviors and in your beliefs, right? Your thoughts leading to your actions, leading to the outcomes that may or may not be serving your higher purpose or bringing you joy, right? There is a need for you with the 7 of Wands in reverse to be strong in your sense of self in 2024, and not to let these disappointments, there's a need for you to let them slide off your back, to learn from them and let them go, because new people are going to come in that actually, have better to offer you, something more in alignment with your true self. Because right now you seem to be surrounded by people and situations that serve a false sense of self. I'm going to pull some cards to look at the 4 quarters of the year. So this will be January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. January, February, March, we have agate, get back into balance. Well, yeah, that's the first thing. Now we have April, May, June, black kyanite, set stronger boundaries. May, June, July, August, September. July, August, September for Virgo North Node. Ocean Jasper, schedule yourself in. And at the end of the year, October, November, December, find your calm. Blue lace agate, find your calm, and shungite, detox your life. Okay, at the bottom of the deck, you have Amazonite, loosen your grip. So the first 3 months of the year will just be about finding your balance, finding the balance between your human and spiritual self, between your masculine and feminine energies, and between your internal world and your external world. That's going to show up in very grounded ways in how you spend your time, healthier habits, workout routines, disciplines. I see you looking at what your day-to-day life entails and how much of your time is spent serving your soul and how much of your time is spent serving a false master. These are the words that they're giving me. And in that investigation, you'll learn quite a bit about yourself. And you'll find it through doing very mundane things, is what they're telling me. Decluttering your closet, setting your schedule for the week in a book, like in your day planner, and just noticing how much of your to-do list has things that are not actually for you. Then we have set stronger boundaries. So April, May, June, once you've discovered all of these places where your energy is kind of leaking, we have energy leaks, you are encouraged to say no when you need to say no, and to get out of certain agreements, contracts, arrangements where you are getting the short end of the stick, where it's simply not feeding you anymore. There will also be a need for you to set boundaries against people who have something negative to say about you taking care of yourself first. July, August, September, schedule yourself in. You will be very awakened to what you need by the summer solstice. And very energized to take action on that. Schedule yourself in. Make sure you're making time for these new interests, or these interests that have been reignited within you, that you've rediscovered. Make sure that you're making time for those pursuits to be part of your daily life and to be integrated into your being, into how you live, into let it show on the outside of you. Don't let it be something that's just hiding at home. That's what they're telling me. And then at the end of the year, October, November, December, you'll have some further detoxing to do, some further people, places, things, objects, beliefs, thoughts, to remove from your life. And you're going to find, you're encouraged to seek the peace, because I do feel that there's a lot of interpersonal relationship, possibly with family, that is going to be tumultuous because of you really being whoever it is you are. Right? But you're encouraged to go through this process because the universe, your divine plan, needs you to be more of your authentic self, and for that authentic self to be vibrating amongst us so that you can work your magic on us. Please, we need it. And let's get your final oracle. Virgo North Node. Oop. Okay, 3 just flew like. So we have Temple of the Rose, Ancient Power, Expression, Activation, Scarlet Codes. So I'm going to read that one. The 2 other that flew out, I'm just going to show them to you, but I'll show them to you after I've read. So Temple of the Rose. For millennia, feminine power, expression, and wisdom have been suppressed. As a result, the feminine has been silenced, dismissed, and disrespected. We've become disconnected from the earth, the mother, and have stopped revering our elders. But times are finally changing, and we're all part of this change. Every time we honor our body, express our wisdom, share our voice, and connect with our sensuality, we heal the sacred thread of the feminine. Every time we call back our power, we heal the sacred thread. Oh, it's written twice, sorry. Every time we come together in circle, we heal the sacred thread of the feminine. Every time we honor our cyclical nature and the cycles of nature, we heal the sacred thread of the feminine. Regardless of which gender you identify with, if any, this is a card of calling back your power. It's a card of expressing your truth no matter what it is. It's a card of sharing your soul's voice and singing the song you came here to sing. This is a card of activation. It's a call to action, and it's a remembrance. You're the child of the ancient goddess. As you express yourself, you express for all who could not. As you reclaim your power, you do so for all those who cannot. Each shackle you break through, you free those who are yet to come. Share your voice, sing your song, dance your dance, reclaim your power. This is what you came here for. Yeah. You have freedom, freedom, freedom all around, and your freedom is going to help free others. And it may not be in a direct way, but it will be so nonetheless. You may free up people by you being freely yourself. You may free others to be themselves without even recognizing or knowing it. And then the other two cards that came out, maybe they want me to get rid of them. No, okay. Rose without thorns. You have a right to your joy, peace, sweetness of life. And then open, say yes, expand through the extremes, trust life. Yeah, I do feel last disclaimer, shouldn't say disclaimer, but you in particular, Virgo North Node, I feel that you coming into yourself there's a lot of resistance from people around you. But you're being strongly encouraged to trust and shake things up and stand firm in your sense of self and in your divine self. Please do tap into whatever higher energy, divine energy, or being you believe in for support. And I am also advised that if you're really isolated, do use free hotlines and services to talk to people if your world is really, feels like the rug is being pulled out underneath you, or you just feel alone. You're never alone. And I wish you all the best for 2024. I hope to see you again soon. Until then, take care, be well, and stay blessed. Bye for now.